Alright y'all, it's getting a little late in the day, so I don't think I'm going to go back out to the property. Maybe I will, I don't know yet. But either way, I am going to pick up a weed eater right now because I definitely need to kind of start cleaning it up around the edges. That way I can pull in a little easier, just get around the property a little easier in general. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Alright y'all, so here's the weed eater that I got. Came with a nice strap. It has this weird little throttle feature that I haven't used before on a weed eater, so that's just the throttle if you want to rev it higher or lower. I can't wait to use this. I love weed eating, it's fun. My dad donated this gas can and he painted it for me, a 2-galloner, so that was really sweet. Thank you, Dad. Got a freebie hat out of it. Usually get a hat. This here, just a little extra tool, and the manual. I had to get this blade attachment because I'm definitely going to be using the blade out there because those weeds are thick and tall and I want to start knocking them down. Went ahead and also got some more line because I'm going to need it, and obviously you need that so that way you can mix your gas and oil. So that is going to be a lot of fun to start working with. And also, this is the bee feeder that came in the mail a day or two ago. It's the Ceracell, and there weren't really many good instructional how-tos, but a lot of beekeepers said this is great. So now that I'm actually looking at it, I can understand it a little better how it works. But this sits on top of the hive, and you fill this with sugar water, and the bees come up from underneath, inside the hive, and they can drink. So this part, the bees can come up through these holes. They have little steps they made for them. Can pop it in there so when the water level's up here, the bees just can't fall in and drown, basically. And then on the sides here, the bees can also come up and get a drink. So they kind of click in, and the bees crawl up. I don't know if you can see that too well. They crawl up underneath through this edge here. And then there's plastic things here, and they can kind of climb up and over, go down to whatever the water level is, and come up and drink. So that's kind of how that works. There weren't any good videos on how it worked, but after you kind of look at it for a second, you can figure it out. So you can use this with just plain sugar or the sugar water, and I'll be doing the sugar water. And the underside, it's nothing really that fancy. You can kind of see where the bees can get in that way and where they can come up through there. And then it just sits in a typical wooden box thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the hive tomorrow morning and fill this up with some sugar water, and the bees are going to be really happy because there's just not a lot out there at the moment. So they're really going to suck this down pretty quick, I think, and that will help them make some more. That way they'll have plenty of stores for the winter. All right, she is over with Jackie and Dusty now. I didn't want to put her in with the main flock because of this spot on her back. If Doodle-Doo were to jump on her, it would just rip it right back open. So I'm gonna let these guys hang out together. I don't think she's sick or anything, just that was a little rough. She's been out roughing it for a while. Annie, you're being awful mean, actually. Annie is definitely a people person. She kept snuggling up underneath my arm, being real cute. I'm almost convinced she was raised in a house as a pet at this point. Weren't you? You being super cute. But she's acting kind of like a little kitten or puppy, just snuggling right up under my arm here. And she hasn't gotten off me since. She's been up on my shoulder too. I'm not sure on my shoulder, baby. I know. She likes doing this, kind of snuggling up underneath. Guess she feels kind of protected that way. And she'll settle down for a few minutes and then kind of freak out again. So it'll be a little bit of adjustment for her. Won't it? You'll be okay. What are you chickens doing in there? Houdini, Leia. Are you bugging her? think you are. Let her have some peace. You got a bunch of other places to choose from. Go. Yeah, you're fine. Today is August 20th. Checking on the chickens real quick, and then it's time to get in the beehive and get their new feeder on. So as I was bringing this out, it came to my realization that I probably should have painted this because that is not cedar. So I could just do it tomorrow, or I could put it on today. And I ran out of sugar, so I wasn't able to make much sugar water. So I could pop it on, let them drink that down to see how it works. These bees are not messing around when they glue this top down. It's on there really tight. I cannot get it off. So I'm gonna have to wait until mid-afternoon again. So I don't know if it's gonna get very sunny today. It's kind of overcast. Hopefully I'll be able to get in there pretty easily. If not today, there's always tomorrow. And then by then I'll at least have the feeder painted. So it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I think there's supposed to be a little rain tomorrow, so we'll see. But they finally settled down and figured out what nesting box they were gonna hang out in. You can see Houdini over here likes building it up really tall around her. She likes stealing straw from the other nesting box to build it up even more. Leia's not as picky, but she just laid one. But she kind of likes building up just a little bit. And over on this other side here, the chickens have kind of been favoring this one, and you can tell they've been taking straw from the other two boxes, so they're a little light. So I'm gonna go grab some straw and pack these full again. August 20th, I've had the property for a little over 24 hours now. Finally starting to get some work done on it. My dad is the trail making king, so he's having fun with that. The weeds are really thick. It's like you need a chainsaw almost. So we're just kind of messing around, cutting a little path, thinking about having a little land warming party, so kind of doing it for that. I'm gonna go work on filling in a couple little holes kind of up by the road. Make it a little smoother getting in here, and then we'll be working out here for another few hours. I forgot, I brought this out because I need to get that painted as well. That's the outside of that bee feeder, so I brought some paint out. I'm gonna get that done real quick today too. Let's go see what all my dad's done. I love weed eating. It's so much fun. I did, wow, that's huge. I didn't even kind of touch this. I did kind of maybe up until there and around here, just messing around. I kind of did the entrance, but wow, this is nice. All right, y'all, let's try out this path. Walk through, don't think I'm gonna pop any tires, so fingers crossed that all is good, but let's try out this path my dad just made. So now I gotta walk back. My brother has never been out here yet, so sounds like he's gonna come, so I'm gonna kind of wait on him to make sure he can find the place and get him back here. Well, my brother is out there somewhere. He just came and saw the property, and even a friend just stopped by, which was super cool to kind of check the place out while they were out on the side of town. And while I was talking to them, my brother took off, and he's out here somewhere. I kind of hear his truck. I don't see him. So, oh, there he is. So, I'm gonna go talk to him. And my mama came out too. Hi, mama. And my brother, we found him. He picked us up in his truck, so that's kind of nice. Me and my mama hanging out in the back here. We are heading back up toward the road now. Alright, y'all, today is August 22nd and I've got to start building some chicken coops, so I'm here to get some fence. Alright guys, I got a couple rolls of hardware cloth, which are the small squares that I used on the bottom of the coop, and I also got a roll of chicken wire, which I used on the top and the roof to cover the chicken coop. So I've got all that, and I just got to grab some wood. I ordered 20 chicks, so I do have to get another coop going. Since it's fall and we're going into winter, I don't want to have to kind of split chores at the moment and try and get these chickens and just everything between two different properties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a coop here on, we'll call it the homestead, and I'll have the chicks over here with my buffs and just all my other chickens over here. So it'll make it easy. I can kind of knock everything out in one go, and then I can work on the property this fall and over winter and kind of get everything ready for spring when I do put all the animals over there, more animals, structures, things like that. So that's kind of where I'm thinking at the moment. I'm looking at putting the coop here, the other coop's over there. I think that'll work out pretty well. And then we should be good to go. The chicks are coming next week, so I've got to get building this coop relatively quickly. I plan on keeping the chicks in the garage for, I don't know, a week or two until they get a little bigger, and then I'll run them out here to the new coop. As far as building that coop, I'm gonna make it roughly the same as the coop that built last fall. I'll probably make it a little bit shorter, but other than that, I think I made that one a 10 by 12, so I'm going to keep the 10 by 12, probably make it 6 foot down to 5 foot instead of 7 foot down to 5 foot, so less slope. I just don't really need it that tall. Plus, that new coop I build, I'm probably going to take that one over to the new property, and I'll use that as some sort of shelter for pigs or goats or cows, or maybe just keep it as a chicken coop. But that's kind of the plan right now. So got a lot going on behind the scenes. It's fun. So howdy y'all, today is August 25th and mosquitoes are terrible out here, so I'm wearing this. They've been really bad in the evenings lately, so it's kind of nice having this suit. So anyways, yesterday was really busy and I forgot my phone, so I didn't get to do too much recording. But basically yesterday what I did was I did take the drone combs out of the beehive there, and I also took the feeder out, and they had already completely sucked it dry when I pulled it out, so they definitely loved it. They kind of made a mess of it. I'm out of sugar, so there's not much more I can do at the moment until I get more. So I just pulled it off the top there and took the drone combs while I was at it. So the bees are good and done. I feel like I did something else yesterday, but no, chickens were fine. But yesterday, most of the day, I was actually in my old stomping grounds in Bloomington, Indiana. I had a friend that was looking to sell some equipment, so figured I'd go down there and check it out. Tractors, trailers, things like that. So we'll see. They might be a possibility, they might not be, but it was worth it to at least take a look at everything. So that's about it on that. I think you're caught up from yesterday now. So all I'm doing today is grabbing some eggs. Bees are simple. I'm going to kind of clean up there. And then I've just been kind of having fun planning out the property layout, the new property, as far as building things and getting things done. So that'll be fun, but hopefully here on the homestead property, get that chicken coop going in the next couple days, because the chicks are coming next week. So lots of fun things going on, super excited about it all, and it's just been a fun journey so far. I had 2 chickens break out on me. Let me guess, Houdini. Yup. And then one of the newer ones just flew right over it. Go back. You know better. Today is August 26th. The chickens are having fun enjoying themselves. Houdini's out there trying to get back in now. Can't figure it out. Sun came out, so everybody ran inside. Except her. We'll see if she gets it figured out here. Okay, so I've got both drone combs just sitting out. I am not going to put them back in the hive. I'll be done with them for the year. These are still kind of cold. I got them out of the freezer about 45 minutes ago. So I got that one and then this one over here. So I'm done with them. I'm gonna let the bees clean them up. There's a little bit of honey in there, not much, but whatever the bees want to take, they can take and clean up. Alright guys, I'm back out at the property. I think this is only the technically 3rd time I've been out here since I bought it. Mostly I'm just kind of waiting for the county on a few things, but I have some people that are wanting to stop by and just kind of see where I'm at these days. So I'm going to show some friends around, and then I was kind of curious to see what this trail looked like that my dad cut. And still looks pretty good, so all good there.